Thank you so much, Aaron. And we're in day 4 of the conference, still immersed in who's going to win this conference. But for the purposes of this discussion, I'm joined by Sam Mkhokheli. He's a columnist at the Business Day, also doing some analysis, and we'll take a bigger picture look at this ANC conference. Sam, one of the things that's overriding here is the fact that this may be the ANC's last conference as a governing party.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like you are attending the funeral of the ANC, and it's just a slow process over the last 10 years. Every time you come to ANC conferences, you see the same slow disintegration of the party. And the numbers do tell us that the ANC will fall below 50% in the coming elections. That's a few pieces of research that has been done. But the other trend is that the ANC loses 5 percentage points without any chaos taking place. So you can actually put money on it. The ANC will fall below 50% in the coming election, and they seem not to understand that. They seem unprepared to be dealing with the consequences, or even doing a substantively different work and approach to avoid that.
They're in the election right now. It's day 4. We're in unusual territory where we haven't discussed any policies. There have been no report backs from any of the commissions, and the conference ends tomorrow. It's almost like the commissions are taking a back seat here, all this while the country is in crisis on multiple fronts. What does this say about the ANC and its plan for the country?
Yeah, I mean, the state of the ANC is the problem here and how it approaches things. We're in day 4. We still don't know who's going to come out as the leader, but the signs are there. It doesn't matter which group wins. You can actually tell that you're not going to get a winner. It takes all kind of a setup. If Mr. Ramaphosa comes back, he'll come back with people who are not like him. So the reform agenda, the propaganda around it, the kind of team he's going to have won't be able to articulate that propaganda around the reform. If you get the other team, also you're not going to get coherence around what can be done. The ANC doesn't have an ability to change things substantively, really, like I said earlier, but they're just going through the motions, and now time will crunch them into wrapping up this conference tomorrow. They will not have dealt with the policies, the issues around the state of the state don't get enough attention. People like headline issues like your land transfers, which are already allowed in law. So this is how the ANC has run itself for the past 15 years, and it's not showing any signs that things are about to get better.
Yeah, we haven't got any idea of what it plans to do to rescue South Africa's economy beyond the incumbent president's agenda. Lastly, Sam, if the president wins here, or if Dr. Zweli Mkhize wins here, the big question is whether the one candidate will include the losing candidate's slate, so to speak, in their cabinet. That's what we saw happening after the 2017 ANC conference. What do you believe will be the outcome of this election? Does that happen? And if not, what happens?
Look, there will be a new NEC, and they are not in cabinet already, so they will want to be in cabinet. So that demands change in terms of the Pretoria setup. We can expect change, that there will be change, and people, the losers, will have to be pushed out of jobs, and there will be change. But as to what that means, really, it's a question of it's our turn to eat. That's what that's really moving musical chairs. That's what we're going to get. But I think there will be serious change in government. But also, what do the losers do? Do they stay in the ANC? Are we getting yet another split?
That is the question to be answered. Interesting to note what happened after 2017. There may not have been a split of the ANC's membership, but there certainly was a new party formed, the African Transformation Movement, which took a substantial chunk of the ANC's supporters in KwaZulu-Natal, some areas of the Eastern Cape, even in Gauteng. Will that happen again? It's too close to call at this point. We're still focused on that election, but those are some of the considerations we need to make as we take a big picture look at the implications of this conference, its delays, and its outcomes on the people of South Africa. It's back to you.
Govan Whittles there in the field. Thank you very much for that update with Sam Mkhokheli, columnist for Business Day.